Why would it say that the first thing that God says is let there be light? Because his word is light. His law is light. Psalm 119, verse 105. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So the word of God is light. So when God spoke saying, let there be light, this is indeed his word, because his word is light. Every time God speaks, it brings light. What is this or? Is this the sun? Doesn't say it's the sun. Is this the moon? Doesn't say it's the moon. Is it some other light that you can see with your carnal eyes? It doesn't say that it is. I believe that this light carries a lot more meaning than most people think. I don't think this really has to do with light that you can see with your carnal physical eyes. I think this has to do with something a lot more significant than that. I think that this is talking about the light of God, the or of God. It can mean many different things, okay? It can mean light, day, bright, clear, flood, herbs, lightning, morning, sun. It can mean light or light of day, light of heavenly luminaries, that's moon, sun, stars, daybreak, dawn, morning light, daylight, lightning, light of a lamp, light of life, light of prosperity. These definitions have nothing to do with what you can see with your eyes. Light of instruction, light of face, or it's talking about God himself as Israel's light. God himself is or. Just as we can say we are illuminated. Well, that can mean, light that's shining on us, but that can also mean illuminated as in we have knowledge, we have wisdom. Gesenius's Hebrew Chaldee lexicon, this word light, of course, it can mean the light of day, light of the sun. Yes, it can mean that, but it can also mean other things such as the light of life in Job 3:16 and in verse 20. And in Psalm 56, verse 14, according to this, metaphorically, light furnishes an image of good fortune, prosperity, and sometimes with the proper sense of light retained. Again, Job 22:28, Isaiah 9, verse 1, and sometimes that of prosperity itself in Job 30, verse 26, or Psalms 97, verse 11, Isaiah 10, verse 17. Jehovah is called the light of Israel as being the author of their prosperity. Isaiah 60, verse 1 and verse 3. Light for doctrine, teaching. This is Torah, right? This is Torah. A light of the Gentiles, a teacher. This is Isaiah 49, verse 6, Isaiah 51, verse 4. And chapter 2, verse 5, let us walk in the light of the Lord. Proverbs 6:23, for the commandment of God is a luminary, and the law is a light. Or, this is the Hebrew right there. I'm not sure if you can see the cursor there, right there, but right there. Light, brightness of countenance, cheerfulness, countenance, serene countenance. So we have all these other verses, Job 29, verse 24, Psalm 104, verse 15, Proverbs 16, verse 15. And then when the king's face shines, that is, when it is cheerful and pleasant, Psalm 4, verse 7 and 44, verse 4. So why did I go through all that? First and foremost, we need to put our priority on the interpretation of this word, being that this is the priority of the chapter. God, when he first spoke, the first word of God, let there be light, let there be or it can be translated as light exists. When God speaks, light exists. Light shines. I do believe that this light is not necessarily talking about the sun or the moon or the stars or any kind of other light like that, fire or anything like that, but rather it's talking about the illumination of God, the glory of God. You know, we read about it in the book of Revelation where it says that in the heavenly city, there's no need for the sun because the presence of God is the light. God himself illuminates the city with himself. So this is this kind of illumination. It's not the sun, nothing that your carnal eyes can see, but rather it is doctrine, teaching. It is the presence of God himself. It is the wisdom of God. It is the law of God, the Torah. It is the revelation of God. This is the light of God. It is God himself projected out into the universe. Let there be light. And it says, and there was light, verse 4. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. So the evening and the morning were the first day. In the Septuagint, which many people believe to be the more accurate, as it's the older and more ancient. So it says, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness, and God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and there was evening and the morning the first day. God saw the light that it was good, of course, because this is from God. This is the instruction of God or the Torah of God. This is the Word of God. This is the Word of God. This word light represents the entirety of the Word of God. It encapsulates all of the Word of God into one word. Or, it's light. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my, and an oar unto my path. It encapsulates the entirety of the Torah, as it says in Proverbs. Your commandments are light. Your law is light. Your law illuminates me. Verse 4, and God saw the light that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness.